Hi guys, it's Kiarko here, and I'm back with another speed build. This was a requested speed build by Yaya Williams. It is a home daycare. This was really fun to make. I've never made a daycare before. It's kind of like a daycare that has like a lighthouse in the back. And that was just because, I don't know, I thought it'd be cool to have a lighthouse, and I never included, I don't know, I've never tried to build a lighthouse before, so this was kind of fun to make. It wasn't part of the request, but I just kind of had this idea of, you know, this daycare just being like an old converted lighthouse building that was, you know, converted to a daycare slash home. And yeah, it was just like a cute little idea I had, so I just kind of rolled with it. This build is in, what is it called? Brindleton Bay, because I thought that'd be, you know, the best place to have, you know, a lighthouse. And yeah, this is really fun to do. I'm really happy with how the exterior of this lot turned out. I'm feeling kind of neutral about the interior. I feel like I could have gone with a different direction in terms of the design and the decorating and the colors and just kind of the whole vibe. I don't know, I'm not super satisfied with the interior. I don't really think you guys will like it either, but it's just kind of what I went with. But I really do like the exterior of this lot, and I hope you guys do too. Here I am just, you know, adjusting the roof, making sure everything looks cool. There was no specific inspiration behind the look of the exterior. I mean, like, I looked at pictures of lighthouses just to kind of refresh my memory of what they should look like, but this isn't in any particular style. It's more just like a classic kind of image in my head of what, you know, a lighthouse building would look like, you know, on the bay. This was really fun to do. I was playing a lot with colors, at least on the exterior. I usually don't do like bright buildings like this. Like, I never made like a red build before, but it looks so nice like this. And then I put the blue on the lighthouse, you know, just kind of like these primary colors going, you know, for like daycare vibes, I guess. And yeah, I'm really happy with it. Here I'm just messing around with the roof. It took me a while to figure out how I wanted this roof to be placed. Again, I'm not really great with roofing. I'm usually not that adventurous with roofing either. I got a little bit playful on this one though, so I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm pretty proud of the roofing work, to be honest, and I know it's not much to brag about. It's just like a pretty normal roof setup, but trust me, I've had a long history of being really crappy with roofs, so I'm pretty happy that this one turned out looking pretty good. And yeah. Here I'm just picking windows. I really like these big long windows. I figured it'd be great for like a bay, so you can like see the ocean and all that stuff. I had this wraparound porch, which I thought, you know, the kids could go and run around. And yeah, I didn't have like a specific age group in mind for this. I put some things that hinted at, you know, a children's daycare, and also things that hinted at like a toddler's daycare. So I guess it's a mix of both, just like a standard place where you can, you know, send your kids and they'll be watched, I think, is the idea of this build. Here I'm putting in windows. I ended up changing these to a different window because I wanted the lighthouse to look a little bit separate from the house. So I went with these, like, let's see, I went with those windows, which I thought looked more, I don't know, lighthousey, I guess. I don't think I've ever actually been in a lighthouse now that I think about it, so I have no reference for my personal life. It's very improv. I didn't put windows anywhere else in the lighthouse because I didn't think windows go up the lighthouse. I thought it's only at the top, so that's what I ended up doing. Here I'm just editing the path, just getting an idea of my layout. It took me a while to figure out what I was gonna do for like the front part of this build. You know, like what the lawn would look like in the entryway. I ended up going with this mix of like bush and, you know, picket fence. Because, you know, I thought it looked nice. I wanted a lot of greenery here. Like, I wanted it to be a very lively, cheerful place for kids, you know? A place where, like, the kids could, like, come out and run around in the front yard, and have all these plants and stuff. And, yeah. Here I'm just putting in the plants. You guys know my deal with plants. I just totally improv it, totally just go with my gut. Whatever looks good. Not a lot of colorful plants here. Again, I'm pretty afraid of bright flowers. I don't know why. Putting in a tree with some flowers and bushes around the bottom so it looks more natural and like grown there. And a little pathway into that side lawn area. I ended up putting like a little rock border around the bushes. I like how this turned out. I understand if not everyone does. It kind of looks a little bit strange, but I personally like the look of it. I just wanted it to look a little bit more put together and planned because I didn't want it to look like overgrown. I wanted it to look very specifically like an area for the plants to be. And then I just kind of made this little shape so that area over there would be closed off to have the tree and all these plants and bushes and stuff. So it's like a nice little, garden area, and it all looks very planned out was the idea. I wanted to put a little table in that area, but the foundation thing was not working for me, and there wasn't enough space, and there were problems, so I ended up not putting anything there. I wanted to put some picnic tables here. I don't think I'd do until later in the build because it took me a while to figure out how to change the foundation in a way that worked. Or do I do it here? Maybe no, I don't do it here. I'm pretty sure I come back to this from what I remember. I thought about putting a deck and then I just dumb, so I deleted it. Yeah, don't worry, that gets deleted. It was a dumb idea. I put a little, I closed off the fence and I put a little gate there so it's more of a private access area. And then I worked on building a little backyard playground for the kids. I used the terrain tool on this lot, again, because I'm just trying to get better at using it. I'm trying to incorporate it more into my build so that my lots look more natural. In this particular build, it just caused a lot of problems for me because I had a lot of outdoor objects that just ended up, being kind of warped, or I just had trouble with it. And that's the downside of the terrain tool is that, it's not very friendly towards, plants and objects if you're placing them outside. It just makes them look like they're floating sometimes. I heard someone gave me a tip once that you should put the objects and plants down first and then use the terrain tool, and I tried that sometimes and it honestly didn't work. So I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe this stuff just doesn't work for me because the game knows that it's me and it's I'm gonna not work for you, so yeah. Here I'm just putting in again the little rock fence thing. I don't know what you call it, a rock lining. Again, just to make it look more planned out, like it's a community-made space rather than just overgrown plants. Here I'm just, editing, putting in some rocks and bushes so the area looks more lively and playful. I know it's a pretty small playground, but I wasn't imagining this as a particularly big school. Or not school, daycare. I thought they'd have a pretty small amount of kids, so I felt like a backyard this size was manageable for that. Plus they have the little front eating space, so it's good. It's a good space. Here I'm just putting in a little signage and things that would indicate that this is a daycare. It's also somebody's home. You'll see inside there's a private bedroom, but obviously it's also a business, so there's a little sign there. I believe here is where I figure out how to put the picnic table down. Let's see. Yes, it is. I just had to move some things around. I had to edit those bushes. Took me a while, but I got it eventually. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so it's just a little outdoor eating area where they can, take their lunch or, meet with people, and yeah, I thought it was cute and nice. Put a little mailbox there. Was editing, some minor things, little bushes. Let's see, what am I doing? Oh, I'm just decorating the lot now, just with trees to, again, make the lot look more part of the environment and the space. I really wish EA gave us more plants and terrain tools, and just allowed us to edit the things around the lot. Because there's a lot of lots that I just don't use because I don't like the things that are immediately surrounding it, and it's just kind of frustrating. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but I don't think it is. I've heard a lot of complaints from the Sims community. Here I'm just, messing around with the configuration of the rooms. I was gonna use this space upstairs, and then I just really couldn't make it work, and then I couldn't, think of what I would use it for, so I just ended up scrapping it, which is fine. We didn't need it. It's okay. This is a pretty big home anyways. Like I said before, I feel mediocre about the interior design of this build, so if you hate it, I totally understand. I low-key don't love it either. I just feel like I didn't go in the right direction, and then I just got in too deep and had to stick with it. It's a little bit too fancy, a little bit too clean and put together. I wish I went more colorful. I wish I didn't go with green. I just wish so much. I have so many regrets about the interior of this, but I'm very proud of the exterior, so this build is a weird balance of pride and shame, I guess. Here I'm just putting in the kitchen. I really like these, what is it called, terrazzo, whatever that like stone texture is on the top. Really liked it. Thought it was pretty. And then just, you know, messing around with what it could look like, putting in some counter spaces. I ended up changing these green tiles. They look fine, but they were just a little bit dark for my liking, and I wanted, you know, this space to feel more bright, so I changed them to some white tiles. Here I'm just, you know, putting in some stools, matching my wood grain. I use those, you know, soft yellow lights that I used in my last build. I just think they're so lovely, and I just really like the way that they light up the space. Like the particular hue that they have is really nice. Put in a dishwasher, put in some tulips on the table, and a little rug. I always put rugs in my kitchen. I know for some people that is a nightmare because it's like, oh, what if you drop food or whatever. And it's true, but you know, it looks so pretty, so we'll live with it. Here I am just decorating, putting some stuff in, making the space feel more lived in. Again, I kind of wish I went with a different vibe. This is a little bit too fancy for me for like in terms of a place that takes care of little kids all day. I wish it was more colorful, more kid-friendly. That was my mistake. It's okay. I need to stop trashing this build, otherwise you guys won't watch it. So here I am just putting in some chairs. Just kind of figuring out, because I wanted like to have a lot of eating space, because obviously they'd have a lot of people here. So I was trying to figure out the best way to, what's the word? Like make this space efficient. And yeah. Here I'm just messing around with, you know, decorations, putting in some books, like what I imagine would be cookbooks in this kitchen. Changing the floor tiles there. And what am I doing here? Putting in some, what are they called? Baby seats? What are these called? High chairs. Putting in some high chairs for the kids. Because again, I imagine it'd be like a mix of toddlers and children, so obviously they need some high chairs. Here I'm putting in some artwork. I didn't have a lot of like kids artwork. Again, I feel like I should have done more pairing in terms of downloading custom content that was for kids specifically, because I didn't realize until I started doing this build that I didn't have a lot of kid custom content. Like I have a decent amount. I have enough to make this build work. I just feel like I could have gone a little bit more with it. I really like this dinosaur wallpaper. I thought it was a really cute touch. You know, like a little dinosaur adventure theme for the kids. I thought was pretty cute. Here I'm putting in a painting. That's just like the general public bathroom, I guess. And yeah, I feel like I moved to, yeah, this is the private bathroom for, you know, the person who runs this daycare, and that it's connected to their private room. You know, just decorating it. Again, it's a little bit too fancy for my taste, but it's still pretty, so we will roll with it. Let's see, what do I move to next? Oh, here I'm just changing the lighting because I wanted all the lighting to look pretty cohesive. This room I wanted to be like the general teaching room slash playroom slash just the general room for the daycare. I have that dinosaur wallpaper again that I adore, just to, you know, provide the atmosphere of a daycare. This little corner, I wanted it to be like the reading corner, you know, like when you're a kid and you're in kindergarten and there's always that corner where you all sit on the rug and face the teacher who sits in a chair and then she reads you a book. He or she or they read you a book. That was at least my experience in kindergarten. I don't know if that's still what it is, but yeah, that's how I remember it. So there's like the teacher's reading chair and some books over there by them. So the teacher would sit there and then read to the kids who would be sitting on the carpet. And I added some pillows in for the kids so that they could be more comfortable while they're listening to the stories. Just because when I was a kid, there were no pillows on the carpet, so my butt always hurt from sitting there for so long. So I was nice and gave them pillows because I thought about them. Put in a little desk for the teacher, which can also double as another teaching space. If the kids can also sit on the carpet and then face the other way, they could face the desk, and that could be used as a teaching space as well. I know it's a daycare, so there's not going to be like a lot of teaching, because it's not a school, right? So it's, by teaching I more mean, you know, the adult talking and supervising and just coordinating activities, I think is what I mean. This was just like a little play area set up. I did have a lot of custom content toys, which is great. I could really, you know, add a lot in there, put in a little dollhouse for the kids. Just put in a, what did I put back there? I put like a little sitting area, you know, so the kids can sit, or like another adult can be there and supervise or something. Put in some paintings, things to make the space feel, you know, tied together and fun, and have a lot of things for the kids to look at. Above here I put these adorable animal portraits. They're just so cute. Here I'm putting in some curtains for some privacy, and then over here I put in like a little shelf that I wanted, you know, to be stacked with like toys and supplies and like other things. So I just grabbed basically anything that looked remotely like it was for children. So some books that maybe were like reading books. I don't know, if some snacks, maybe more books. Let's see, what else did I put in there? I just like made up things that are like, oh, that looks kind of like a toy. And some of it actually is, like those little, that little bunny and the little turtle thing. That robot head, that was pretty cool, that could be a toy. The little dog thing. Yeah, I'm just kind of messing around right now, just totally improvising what could possibly be toy-like. Some boxes up there and some books. Little flower pot thing. Okay, so here's the thing about the lighthouse. I did not know what I wanted to use this interior space for. I ended up using the bottom part as like, I don't know, what's it called? Like a reading room, but I don't think I do that yet. So, you know what? I'm not gonna spoil it. We move now to the personal bedroom of the person who lives here. I took a pretty modern vibe with this. I really wish I went more classic and, you know, childish and kind of messy and colorful. I think my issue as a builder is that I kind of have one mode of design, which is very like nice, sleek designer, and I love it, but I do feel like I need to work on being more diverse in the type of decoration and interior design that I do. So I feel like that's something I'm definitely going to work on in the future. I'm going to try to do a lot more, a lot of variety and a lot more diversity of builds, if that makes sense. I don't know, I really want to be a better builder. Like, I really love doing this, and I don't know, it's just really fun. And yeah. Here I'm just decorating, again, just putting in a rocking chair thing. Light, which I'm pretty sure I end up swapping out. Yeah, here you go. Put that light in there instead. I love that light. I love like curved lamps because I love putting them next to like reading nooks because they just fall over the chair perfectly, and it's just like amazing. Just put in a dresser and a mirror, some plants, decoration, very improv. Put a tissue box there, yep, and a mirror in the corner with a little, I don't know what that is, like a little grid space. Now I believe I moved to the living room. I wasn't completely sure what I was using the living room for because I already had this space for the kids on the side. I think this would be more of a secondary area, I guess. There is a TV, so I guess it's a place where they could show films sometimes. I don't know how often they play movies for kids at daycares. I don't know if that's like part of the curriculum. But you know, I just put a little TV area there, plus like the person who lives in this house probably wants a normal living room too. I did use those bear chairs just to like add a touch of, you know, childishness, you know, for the kids. Put in another dining area. Maybe this could be like a meeting place or like a homework place, something like that. Here I'm just looking for things to put on the wall. I was looking for things like the kids made, and I could really only find that thing from Parenthood that has like little drawings on it. And then I put those trees up because I thought, you know, it was cute. Added to the jungle dinosaur thing. Alright, now we move to the lighthouse, which I very much half-assed. This bottom part is like a little library / chillaxing room, I guess you could describe it as. It's really just like bookcases, couches, and pillows. I think it's more of like a small little chill space, I guess. Maybe it's like a timeout room. I don't know. Didn't have a lot of thought behind this particular room. Just kind of rolled with it. Put in some pillows again, because, you know, if they're going to be on the carpet, they probably want some pillows to chill. I made this secondary floor like a little nap room for the toddlers, because I figured that, you know, they're young kids, they're probably going to need to take naps. Little did I remember, this is on the second floor of the Lighthouse, and it's accessible by a ladder, and I'm pretty sure that toddlers can't climb the ladder. I'm not totally sure, I haven't tested that in game yet, but I'm like 90% sure that they can't. So, was this redundant? Yes. Was it pointless? Yes. But this is a speed build. This is a conceptual idea, I guess. I'm not gonna, I don't know. It's fine. Maybe the adults can carry the toddlers up the ladder. It'd be very dangerous, but you know, whatever. I wasn't sure what I want to use this top space for. I just put a dining table up there. I wanted to keep it simple. You know, maybe it's a tourist space, like who knows. And yeah, that's the build. I'm really happy with a lot of the things about this. I've never built a lighthouse before, so it was like a fun challenge. And thank you to Yaya Williams for requesting this. I keep requesting. I love your requests. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.